Hello, friends! Penny has joined me. She's here to say hello. Walter, I think, is over on his blanket over there, but Penny was feeling needy and she felt like she needed to be involved here, so. Hello, everyone! Welcome to the stream. Happy, Thursday? Happy Thursday. I do want to start off by saying that this stream is sponsored by Stonemaier Games, so a huge thank you to Stonemaier for sponsoring the stream. Just to let you guys know, throughout the year of 2025, I'm going to be working with Stonemaier Games for some live streams, so I will have, I think, a total of 6 live streams throughout 2025 of Stonemaier Games. Jamie is a wonderful human, and I love working with Stonemaier Games, so when he reached out to work together in 2025, I was like, heck yes, I love many of your games, and I am here to do some live streams. I've been wanting to stream Expeditions already, so I was like, why not? So we are here today. We are playing Expeditions solo, which this is something, like I said, I've been wanting to do for a while. I have already played this multiplayer a few times. I think I've played it a total of 3 or 4 different times. So yes, I am finally getting to it solo, which is something that's been on my shelf for a while. I've actually had Expeditions on my want to play solo shelf for a while. If you are a Patreon member, you know that Expeditions has been on the shelf for a bit. And Expeditions was actually last month before I did my Solo Sunday vlog. This was one of the most voted for ones. So I decided to not put it into the Solo Sunday video and do a full-on live stream of it. So we're going to get right into this. Let me go down to here. This is Expeditions, which this is primarily like a, I guess, would you consider this a worker placement game? It's like a worker placement. Jenna, are you playing with Gears of Corruption? I am not playing with Gears of Corruption. I do not have the expansion. I was gonna get it for this stream, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm like not the hugest fan of the Gears of Corruption expansion. I really do like the part of the expansion where it gives you stuff to start off the game. Kind of gives you a little bit of like something to start off with, which I really like that part of the game. So maybe I should have gotten it to play in this stream, but I just don't like the corrupted mech. I personally just don't really like it. So yes, I know a lot of people really enjoy it though. So if you guys do not know, there is an expansion for this that adds in, like I said, a little bit of a starting kind of resource situation. It also adds in the corrupted mech, which is another kind of thing that you can do when you vanquish, I believe. So instead of vanquishing the different tiles that we're going to be adding, or different tokens that we're going to be adding to all of these locations when they get flipped over, instead of vanquishing those tokens, you can attack the mech. The components and head start stuff is so good. I do agree. Which, thinking about that, I probably should get it eventually, because I really do like that. Also, the map tokens, they have stuff on the other side, which is really nice. So it gives you kind of something when you get a map token, if I remember correctly. It's been a bit since I've played with the expansion. Just don't play with the corrupted mech. Keep the rest, it's all optional. Exactly. Because it does come with like different modules that you can kind of put into play. So you don't have to play with the corrupted mech. You can play with the like kind of starter things. I will also mention that I do remember the player boards being double layered, which I also really liked with the expansion. Expedition is so good solo. I have only played it solo. Ooh, good to know. All right, so I am going to start. It does tell you to like randomly select who goes first, but I feel like my brain, a lot of the times in solo modes, it tells you, the player, to go first. So just in my brain, I just think it's easier for me to go first. So I'm going to go first, just like any of the Stonemaier Games Atoma kind of modes. This one is super easy. You're just flipping over a card and I'll kind of explain it as we go. But as for me, right now, for your first turn, you are always going to be able to do all 3 of the actions, which is move, play, and gather. So move with my mech, which I have a mech that has a special move ability that instead of moving 1 to 3 spaces on the map here, I can actually move 1 to 4 spaces. So my mech can move 4 spots. That's like my special ability. But typically in the game, you would move 1 to 4 spots or 1 to 3 spots. And then the play action is any card that you have on the left side of your board. So any of the cards that I have here are considered in your hand. So these cards I can play. And when you play a card, you simply just move it from the left side of your board over to the right side of your board. The right side are considered your active cards. So those will be the ones that you are playing for some sort of ability. You can also additionally add on your workers if you have any workers of a specific color in order to activate something else. So yes. Additionally, the third action that you can do is gather, which is simply just activating whatever is on the tile that you are on. So kind of activating the worker placement spot. So I am going to... I do want to get a worker. Gain a face-up item. I definitely want to get this card here. I believe that this card is supposed to be Jamie Stegmaier's. I always, for some reason, think his name is Jamie Stonemaier. This is Jamie's cats. So I believe it is... He has a cat named Walt. And then his second cat, I believe, passed away. But I believe that is both of them there. But I know that his other cat started with a B, and I forget what its name was. But yes, I definitely want to get that because I just love his cats. So, all right. So, Biddy. There we go. Walter and Biddy. Thank you, Ian. I forgot. I knew that it started with a B. People all talk about how good this game is, but I haven't learned it yet. Alan, you should definitely learn it. It's a good game. So I am going to move, and then I think I am going to... I don't think I'm going to be able to do that specifically. Gain a face-up item. Oh, yes, I can. So I don't have to be adjacent to it. So I am going to move once. I'm going to move to here. I am going to gather, which is that I'm going to gain what is on this tile, which is either a blue worker or a yellow worker. I'm going to gain a blue worker. And then for my third action, which is play, I am going to play Vesna, which Vesna is my character. And then I have a dog, I believe it's a dog, named Volton. So that is my companion. I'm going to play Vesta over here. I immediately gain what is in the top left-hand corner, which is... What is this called? There's power and starts with a G. Guile. I'm going to gain 1 guile. So that is the blue. And then, additionally, if I would like, I can activate the thing on the card, which is gain a face-up item, or I can solve, which that is if I have a quest card and I'm on the specific number that the quest card is, I am able to then solve that quest, and then I gain some things based off of that quest. But I do not have a quest, so I'm going to do the first thing, which is gain a face-up item, which this is the only face-up item. So I'm going to get Walter and Biddy. That was my ultimate goal for this game. I've achieved it. So that is going to go right into my... No, it's not going right into my hand. Any cards that you gain go into your active area over here. So you're not able to play it until you have reset and bring all of your cards back over to your hand. So there is a specific mech that the special ability is that all the cards that you get actually go into your hand instead of going into your active area, but I do not have that mech. So we're going to flip over a new card for that spot, and that is everything for me. So I moved, I gathered, I played. that is everything. All right, so now we're moving on to the AI, which let me zoom you guys in to the AI over here, which the AI is going to have 5 different levels. You have level 1 to 5, which it tells you to start with level 2 for your first play. So I'm playing with level 2. This kind of thing here, whenever I flip over a card, there is going to possibly be an icon that tells me to advance their marker here. And then whenever we get to any of these stars, that is going to tell me to take off one of their stars, place it over here, and that is going to then have them kind of be able to do more actions the more of those stars I take off. So as of right now, they have no stars. They have 0 stars. But right away, we are going to flip over a card. So this is what the card looks like. At the top, it does tell me to advance their cube. So I'm going to advance once. And then we're going to look at these 2 spots here. The top one is going to be the blue mech, and then the bottom is going to be the black mech, which you see here. Blue mech is going to be staying in this blue area, that is the north, and then the black mech is going to be staying in the central area, which are these black ones here. And they're always going to be moving, and then once they get to the end, they'll go back to the start, they'll move, they'll go back to the start. This one will move this way, go back to the start, so on and so forth. And based off of the stars that they have, which like I said, right now they have 0 stars, they're going to be able to do different things. So with this one here for the blue mech, they could have, if they had 5 stars, they would gain the 20. What is this called? You vanquish the corruption. So this is corruption. This is not going to be added until a specific tile comes up. But if that tile was flipped over, if this was available, this would then tell the blue mech to move. And if it could get to the spot with the 20 corruption in 1 to 3 steps, then it would successfully gain that. But if they don't have 5 stars, which they do not have, they're just going to move twice. So they're going to go 1, 2, and that's going to be their move. They don't do anything else. They don't flip over. They don't gain the map tile or map token or anything until it tells them to. So they simply just move. And then we're going to go to the black mech. And this does say right here to sweep. So it's going to sweep any cards that it is adjacent to. So it's actually just going to sweep this card here that it's adjacent to. A new card is going to come out. And then if it has 2 stars, which it does not have, it would collect a map token. So it actually would... it will move 0 to 3 times. So if it does have what it needs on the first space that it is already in, it'll just stay where it is. So it would actually, if it had 2 stars right now, it would collect this map token and it would flip over this tile, but it does not have any stars. So it is simply just going to move 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. And basically wherever they are, I cannot land in the same spot as them. All right, so that is everything for the mechs. Super easy. You just go from top to bottom, doing anything that it tells you to. And then now for me, I'm going to zoom you guys into my board. So right here, you guys can see that my cube started here, which whenever you refresh, the following turn that you take, you're always going to be able to take all 3 actions. But then the following turns, you're always going to have to move your cube and cover up one of the actions. So you're not going to be able to take that action. So what I could do is I could play and gather, I could move and gather, or I could move and play. So I'm only going to be able to perform 2 of the 3 actions. So what do I want to do here? Do I want to, I think I kind of want to move for sure. I kind of want to like move to here because whenever I play expeditions, whatever, like when I've done it in the past, I've always tried to go for the first star thing, which I don't think I've mentioned yet, but let me go to here. We have all of these different objectives that we're trying to get our stars onto. So once I have placed all 4 of my stars onto some of these objectives, that's going to trigger the end of the game. Or if the AI gets all of their stars off of their board, that's going to trigger the end as well. So it's whatever happens first. Either I place out my 4 stars or the AI places out their 8 stars. That's going to trigger the end of the game. But these are going to be like different objectives. So this one here is complete 4 quests. This is tuck 4 meteor cards, which meteor cards are these ones here. So they have a little like purple meteor icon in the right-hand corner. Quests are going to be the ones that have the number and the heart in the right-hand corner. We also have tuck 4 item cards, which I have 1 item card. That does not count right now because it has to be tucked. We also have gain the 20 corruption token. Only 1 person can obviously do that. We have collect 7 of the other corruption tokens. So there's going to be other corruption tokens that come out. Or this one right here is have 8 cards or control 8 cards. Basically, whenever you control something, that is going to be any cards that are in your hand. So any on this side over here, or any on the active side. So any on the left-hand side. Any cards that, or sorry, any on the right-hand side. Any cards that are tucked do not count as cards that you control. So for this one, you have to have 8 in total that are not tucked. And then lastly, we have this one here, which is have 7 workers, which we only have 1 right now. I have the blue one. Or have 5 map tokens, which I always try to gun it for the map tokens because I think it's the easiest one to complete. So yeah, I might do that. I might go for the map tokens. So for my action, I am going to move and gather. I think that is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to move, which I'm actually only moving 3. I can't move 4 actually, because I think once you step into a spot, remind me, if you step in a spot that is unexplored, you have to stop there, right? I couldn't move 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I have to stop in the, like, most or closest one, I guess. So I have 1 token. We're gonna flip this one over. Oh, interesting. So this is Impact Zone number 7. This is going to need 5 corruption. So basically I'm just going to draw. Boom. And I draw until I have 5. So this here is 4. And 5. Lovely. So if this one came out first, the 5, it would just stop there. Basically, you just pull out tokens until you have 5 or more. And those get put there. My mech is here. And then I am going to gather, which I don't really know if I want to gather anymore, to be honest with you. Okay, I think I'm actually just going to gather. So I'm just going to get 2, 1, 2 power. And then that will be the end of my turn. Because the only other thing that I could have done is I could have played instead of gathering. And I would play Volton, but then I don't have a red worker to activate that one. So that is going to be everything for me. So we're going to go back over to the AI. They are going to flip their next card. There is not an advancement of the cube, so it's just going to stay there. The blue mech is going to sweep any cards that it's adjacent to. So it's going to sweep both of these cards. And 2 new ones will come out. Ooh, I need that right now. I know what I'm going to do on my next turn. Which actually I can't do what I want. Dang it! No! Oh, excuse me. I just like hiccuped while I was erring. Okay. Yeah, because I really want this one here. This is actually, like, all 3 of these quests are good. I just know exactly where the 7 spot is, because that's the one that I just revealed. So this 7 quest would be very nice, because I could achieve that at some point. Okay, so we swept those spots, And then they don't have 4 stars, so they are just going to move twice. So they're going to go 1, 2. And then the black mech is, they don't have 3 stars, so they're just going to move 3. 1, 2, 3. Easy. It's pretty easy until they start having stars, and then that is when they actually get to do stuff. But that is everything for the mechs. So we are going to go over to me, and I have to move from this spot. So I either have to move and do play and gather, or I can move and play. I don't know, because I'm just moving and playing. So I think I'm just going to move 1. I'm going to gain a second map token. I'm going to move and play. So we're going to do this here. So that is again going to need 5 corruption tokens. This icon underneath here, this star, that is the boast. And that's how you'd have to go there and gather in order to do that action, which is then going to allow you to place a star onto one of your objectives. But that was my move. We've discovered that. And then I have to play, which my only thing I can play is this here. So I'm actually going to layer these like this. And this is just going to get me 1 more power. So that's everything for my play. I can't do the action at the bottom because I don't have a red worker. So that is everything for me. We're going to go back over to the AI. Super quick and snappy. Oh, lovely. So we are going to advance their marker once. That goes over their 1 star. So they are going to take one of these, place it over here. And that is, in fact, them getting 1 star. So they now have 1 star. The blue mech needs 7 stars, so it's not going to do that, but it's going to move 3 spaces. So 1, 2, and 3. And the black mech needs 0 stars, so it does have 1, so it does have 0. And it is going to gain a map token. So I think it's just going to explore this spot here. So they gain it. They must get victory points at the end for map tokens as well. We're going to flip this over. This is number 9. And then we're going to add 5 corruption. Boop. Oh, we got 3 and 4. There we go. What am I going to do now? So I can't play anything. So I think I'm going to move and gather. And I'm going to move 1, 2. This is going to allow me to gather any card, any face-up card. It doesn't have to be adjacent. The icon for adjacent is like this, or actually this card up here. So this one here allows me to pick up any face-up card, so I can get any of these 5 here. And which do I want? Or what one do I want? I think I'm good with any of the missions, because we already know where the 9 is. We already know where the 7 is. So the 9 here requires a yellow worker, and this allows me to vanquish. After each corruption you gain, also gain 1 power and 1 guile. Ooh, that's nice. Number 7 is a green worker, and it says gain guile and peek at a location. Gain a map if there are no face down locations. Okay, that's cool. Because then you can kind of find where a location is that you're trying to find, what specific number. This one here is 8. It requires a purple worker, and it says if you have no corruption, gain 2 guile, otherwise gain 2 power. I think I'm going to get this one. Actually, it would be so much easier just to do this one, because I'm closer to the 7. And this would be nice to be able to peek at locations. So I think I'm going to get the Trap the Zombies quest. Well, this will get me some slightly different things in this. This will allow me to refresh my cards and workers, basically, and then it gets me 1 coin. And then this one will get me 1 random corruption token. I think I'm going to stick with this one. Again, it'll go directly into my active cards, and then a new card will come out. Okay, so that is everything for me. I moved and I gathered. I got my whatever it's called, my quest. And I think on my next turn I might have to refresh. Because I don't think you can, no, because I'm going to have to vanquish. And I don't have any card that allows me to vanquish. Okay, so I do believe when you vanquish, or no, it's not vanquish, solve. When you solve, you can solve a quest if it's either in your active or in your hand. Okay, so that is everything for me. I need to probably refresh on my next turn. We're going to move on to the AI. They are going to move their cube up 1 space. And then we have, if the blue, or if they're at 3, which they are not, the blue mech is just going to move 1 space. And then the black mech is going to move 3 spaces. So it's going to 1, 2, 3. All right, that's all for them. So it's back to me. I think I am going to refresh because I can't play and I'm going to have to play, but it's pointless for me if I don't have a card to play. So I'm going to refresh. This means that I get my blue worker back. I also get all of these cards back into my hand. All right, so that is everything for me. Now on my next turn, I'm going to be able to do 1 of each thing. We're going to go back to the AI, flip. They are going to move their cube 1 more time. If they have 2 stars, which they do not, so they are going to move 2 in the north. And then if they have 3 stars, which they do not, they are just going to move 2 central. Boom. So easy. Love it. I am now going to do move, play, and gather, which, do I want to do that right away? I don't think I want to do it quite yet. Because I could do my quest, because I'm right by the 7. But I should probably do that when I've already played a few cards. Could vanquish, but I only have 3. I need to get some more workers. That's what I need to do. So maybe I go 1, 2, 3. I don't know. Okay, I'll do that. 1, 2, 3. I will gather a blue, or not a blue, a green. And then I will play. I'm going to play the Trap the Zombie cards, which immediately gets me 1 power. And then I can gain 1 guile. I'm going to place this green worker here. And I get to peek at a location, gain a map if there are no face down locations, which there are many face down locations. I am going to peek at, kind of want to know where that 20 is. So maybe I just like start peeking at the north ones. Maybe I peek over here. I'm going to peek at this one. Boom. 17. Okay. That is everything for me. I moved, I gathered, and played a card. All right. Back to the AI. Oh my goodness. They're going to bump up their cube yet again. 4 stars. They do not have 4 stars. They're just going to move blue. 1, 2, 3. And this one here is just that the black is going to move 1, 2. That's everything for them. Have I missed any sweep actions? No. There hasn't been any sweep actions recently. So that is everything for them. It is now back to me. I am going to, I think I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to move, and I think I'm going to move and play. No, I'm going to move and gather. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to gather and move. So I'm going to gather from here, which I'm going to gain 1 red, and then I'm going to move. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And if you're wondering why I can move 4, it's because my mech's special. Back to the AI. thank goodness their cube is not moving. If they have 3 stars, which they do not, they would do something. But blue is going to move 1, 2. And black is just going to move once. And just to let you guys know, if my mech is in the way of theirs, they just skip. So if they on their next turn, I'm still here, they're just going to skip over my mech. Okay, so now I am going to play and gather. So I'm going to gather 1, 2, and I'm going to play, which I'm going to play the one that allows me to vanquish. The vanquish one is this one here, my Volton. So this is going to allow me to vanquish. We're going to put this over here. I am going to be able to use my red worker. And I'm going to vanquish this first token here, which is going to be 5. So I'm going to go down to 1 power. And this just goes onto my board here. And that's going to be 1 of the 7 that I need in order to get that objective there. So that is everything. I did a play and I did a gather. So we are going to flip over the mech card. Boom. This is the blue mech. If they have 1 star, which they do, they're going to take this. If this one was already flipped over, they would just move to the next one that, or the closest one that had an available map token. This is going to get flipped over. 14, okay. And then this one needs 8+ corruption. So we got a 5 and we got a 4. So that is the blue. And then 5, if they had 5 stars, they would gain some corruption, but they do not. So then the black mech is just going to move 1, which they're just going to skip the one that I'm on and move to that one there. And that is everything for them. So then, me, I am going to play and move. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to play and move. So I'm going to play first, which that is going to allow me to play Vesna. Oh, which actually, when I played Volton, in order to solve, I should have gotten another power. Vesna, I always forget this. I need to remember, I get 1 Guile, so that's going to move up. And then I can place my blue worker here, and this allows me either gain a face-up item card or solve if I'm on the correct spot. So I am on the 7. I do indeed have the 7 quest, so I'm going to complete this. I'm going to have to pay 2 power, which I do have. And then this is going to allow me to refresh my workers and my cards, and I get 1 coin. Where are my coins? Here. See if I can find a 1 in this pile. We get 1 coin, which coins are the victory points in this game. So I gain 1 coin, and then I get to refresh all of my cards. So these all come back over to here. So now I have everything available again, which I need to make sure that is exactly what it is. Refresh your cards and workers. Yep, we're good. So that was everything for, no, not everything for me. I only played. So I achieved that, and then now I'm going to move, which, should I just go and gather another map token? I think that's probably my best option. So I'm going to go 1, 2 to here. I'm going to gather a 3rd map token, and we are going to... Oh, snap. So we actually know now where 20 is. So this is the 20th tile. This actually gets the 20 token there. So let's hope that I can get that first. Because you have to spend literally 10 of each of the resources. 10 Guile, 10 Power. So in order to do that, you have to have all of those first. Now that's everything for me. So we're going to go back to the AI. They're going to go 1 space. They have now unlocked their 2nd star. So anything that says 2 stars is going to allow them to do more things, which both of these things are going to allow them to do something. So if they have 2 stars, which they now have, the blue mech is going to gain 1 corruption tile. So because they have corruption where they are right now, they are going to take off the top possible one there. They're only going to gain 1. And then the black mech is also going to gain a corruption. They can move 0 to 3 spots, which I don't think they can, because this would be 0, 1, 2, 3. There is nothing in that kind of 3-step that gets them what they need, which is a corruption token, so it's just going to get or go 1 space. Thank goodness they couldn't reach it, because they get points at the end of the game for all their corruption tokens. Okay, so it is back to me. I don't know what to do. I have everything here. So I could gather there, which that icon is... What is that icon? That is gain 1 benefit from an adjacent location. Oh no, it's not. It says activate an adjacent face-up card's ability. Don't place a worker. So I could activate this card's ability, which is whenever you gain at least 2 power. I guess it would just be this thing here, because that's going to be an ongoing ability. But I would just gain 1 power. That's not great. Let's just move and gather. I can move up to 4 spaces. So I could go 1, 2, 3, maybe gather from there, and then gain 1 of these, which I could gain the 9 or the 8. Which I think I would actually want to gain the 9. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to move 3 spaces, and then I'm going to gather, which allows me to take 1 of these cards, and I'm going to gain number 9, which I just realized that when I did this, this was supposed to get tucked up here. Did I get everything that I needed? Yes. And then additionally, whenever you tuck one of these quest cards, you also gain the top left-hand corner thing, so I do gain a power there. So I'm going to gain this quest card here. That's going to go into my active cards. This will flip over. And that is my turn. So it is now the AI. Boom. They are going to move 1 step. They do not have 6 stars, so the blue mech is going to move 3. 1, 2, 3. And they do... Oh, the black mech is going to wipe. It's going to wipe cards adjacent to it, which is going to wipe all 3 of these cards. Thank goodness I got that quest card, because that would have been wiped. So we got the 11 quest, we got an item card, and we got another item card. Ooh, okay. So they've wiped, and then because they do have 1 star, at least 1 star, they are going to gain this map token, and they are going to flip over the tile that they are currently on. Boom. And they are going to put 5 here. We got 3 and 5. Boom. So that's everything for the AI. Back to me. I would like to do more Vanquishing. What is this? Gain a face-up item card. Could do that. I think I will do that. So I'm going to... I think I'm going to move and play. So I'm going to move here. And I'm going to play Vesna. I'm going to play this blue worker here. And this is gain a face-up item card. So I'm going to gain 1 of these. This is the scythe, which is kind of cool. If I place a worker here, I can gain a worker, which is really nice. And then whenever you gain a worker, also gain 1 power. The scythe actually seems pretty freaking good, not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna gain that one. I like that a lot. So I'm gonna gain the scythe. That's not gonna get me anything right now, but when I refresh, I'll have that available, which is nice. Ooh, I love this card. Look how pretty this card is. Wow. All right, that's everything for me. I moved and I played. I got my Guile, if I remember correctly. So it is now back to the AI. There, flip over this card. They are going to move their cube to the next spot. The blue mech is going to sweep these these 2 cards. Boom, boom. No completing the 11th quest there. That's kind of sad. And then got quest number 13 and another item. And then if they have 3 stars, which they do not, so the blue mech is just going to move once. And if they have 4 stars, which they do not, so the black mech is going to move 1, 2. And that is everything. So it is back to me. I think I'm going to move 4 spots and gather because I really want to get closer to here. But he's obviously here, so I can't get to this spot. It would have been nice if you could have moved, buddy. Because I could have gone 1, 2, 3, 4 and ended here. What if I go around this way? I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't really need another red or green worker. So maybe I just move 3. 1, 2, 3 to this spot. I will gather that map token and I will flip over this here. This is going to need 5 corruption. I got Finspan to the table this week and quite enjoyed it. That's nice. I really enjoyed the gameplay of Finspan. My thing is I just don't like fish very much, so I just prefer the other 2 over it. What is this? A 5. But I did enjoy the differences with Finspan. I don't have it. Spinspan. Spick and span. We do spick and span. And all the cards are just different cleaners. And like appliances. Okay, anyways. That was moving and gathering. So I moved and then I am going to gather and I am going to get 2 Guile. 1, 2. Amazing. Okay, that is everything for me. I did my 2. I'm going to flip this last card. It does advance them once on their track here. They are going to sweep. So the blue mech is going to sweep this 1 singular card. So a new one's going to come out. And if they had 3 stars, which they do not, so the blue mech is going to move 1, 2, 3. And then black mech is if they have 4, which they don't, so they're going to move 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Easy. Now, I need more power. Because I would love to be able to vanquish all of this in one go. I think I'm just going to vanquish from here. Is that crazy? Nah, it's not crazy. So I'm going to move and play. But I am going to play, then move. So I am going to do this one here. I'm going to play Volton, my companion. I'm immediately going to gain 1 power. And then I'm going to play my red worker onto Volton. And that's going to allow me to vanquish. I'm going to vanquish off of here, which requires me to spend 5 Guile. That's going to allow me to vanquish this one. And that is it. And then I'm going to move. And I'm going to move. Do I just want to move once? Nah. No, I have to. Oh shoot, do you know what I just realized? I don't think I was able to move to this spot. Because this one here's not discovered. Guys, I kind of cheated. I wasn't actually able to get to here. We're just going to ignore it for that. This is a solo game. I talked about this in my last solo live stream. But thankfully it's a solo game, so I can make up my own rules. Or I guess I am the only one that has to worry about the rules being messed up. I was here, and I did move 1, 2, 3 to this spot, which technically I wasn't allowed to do because I was supposed to end here immediately because this location here is not discovered. So if I wanted to eventually get over here, I should have went 1, 2, 3, 4, which technically I can do that instead of moving to this spot. And that would have just allowed me to vanquish. Yeah, maybe I'll do that just so I'm playing it correctly. So maybe for my movement on my last turn, I moved to here and I've actually vanquished this 5 instead of that 5, which is the same. And then that is everything there. I will be able to now move from this location, and I am going to go 1, 2. I immediately have to stop here. I am going to gain my 5th map token, which I now have this specific objective here, which is good, but I do have to find a boast location in order to put a star down. This is going to be flipped over, and then we are going to add 1 and 2. All right, that is everything for me. Apologies for that small mistake. So that is everything for my turn. So we're gonna go back to the AI. They do not have any cards left, so we are going to shuffle their deck up. So we are now starting a new pile. Boom. They're going to advance their cube 1 space. They do not have 7 stars, so the blue mech is simply just gonna go 1, 2, 3. And they do have 0 stars, or at least 0 stars, so they're going to go 0 to 3 spaces and get the nearest map token. So they are going to move to this spot here. They're going to gain this map token. They're going to flip over this one. And they're going to put out 5. Okay, so what do I want to do now? I can't move and play. I can move and gather, though. And I wouldn't mind getting that quest there. Maybe I do that. I am going to have to refresh at some point because I need my card and my worker back that's going to allow me to solve. And it's already over there. So I'm going to move and gather. And then on my next turn, I'll refresh. So I'm going to move. And I am going to gather at this location. So that's going to allow me to get an adjacent card. I'm going to pick up this card here, which is the 8, whatever it's called, quest. And this is going to get me, a face-up meteor card, which there are none right now, but hopefully by the time I achieve this, it's going to allow me to get one of those. All right, that is everything for my turn. Back to the AI. They almost have 3 stars. They're 1 cube movement away from 3 stars, but they did not get it, thankfully. So they don't have 3 stars, so the blue mech is going to move 1, 2, and then the black mech is just going to move 1. And then, like I said, on my turn, I am going to refresh. So I'm going to take all of my workers back. These all come over here. Boop, 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 boop. I'm running out of space for cards. Oh no. I need to start tucking cards, to be honest with you. But the actions that are going to allow me to start tucking cards are underneath all of these vanquish spots. So we're going to have to start vanquishing as well. Okay. So that is everything for me. I just reset. So we're gonna go back to the AI. They are most likely, yep, they're gonna move 1 space. They now have 3 stars. They need 4 stars for this. They're not gonna be able to do that. They're gonna move 3. 1, 2, 3. And then blue mech is gonna move 1, 2. And that is everything for them. I get to do 3 actions, which I can move, play, and gather. So immediately I'm going to play. Which one is the one that allows me to solve? It is this one here. So I'm going to play Vesna. That's going to get me 1 guile. And then I am going to place a blue worker in order to solve. And that is going to allow me to solve. I'm on the 9 spot. So I'm going to solve my 9 quest. This is going to cost me 2 power, which I have. And it's going to get me 1, whatever it's called, corruption token. That just simply gets taken out of the bag. Boom. And that then gets tucked here. And then that gains me all of my quest things here. So it gains me 2 power. Perfect. And I have 2 of the 4 quests that I need in order to get this objective, which is good. That is me. Wait, no, it's not me. That was only play. Now I need to move and I need to gather. Do I want to move somewhere else? I would love to move closer to over here. Because this spot here, if I can get this spot off, that's going to be an action that I can take to boast. Because I can boast currently to get 1 of my stars onto this spot here. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4... Don't really want to go there, to be honest with you. That's going to allow me to sweep and reset my cards. Do I maybe want to get another worker? Because I could go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That is my move. And then my gather is going to be to get a blue worker. I am finito burrito. It's back to the AI. I'm going to flip this over. They're going to move 1 spot. And if they have 2 stars, which they certainly do, they're going to gather 1. That is the blue, which the blue actually cannot gather a corruption token because 0, 1, 2, 3, there are no corruption there. So the blue is just going to move 3. 1, 2, 3. And then black is going to collect a corruption token, which they can do because they're currently on 1. So they're just going to collect the one that they're on. And that is everything for them. Back to me. Now I have to decide what 2 actions I want to take, which I am going to move and gather. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I'm going to gather from this location, which is going to give me 2 power. And that is it for me. That is going to get me that. Okay, we're good. So that's that. We're going to go back to the AI. I already know what I'm doing on my next turn. They're going to move their cube up once. They are going to sweep. Blue is going to sweep adjacent card. So they're going to discard that. Move in a new card. And then if they have 3 stars, which they do, they are going to collect a map token. So they're going to collect the one that they are on. And they are going to flip over this location, which this location also has a boast. But this is going to have 8 corruption added. Back to me, which I am going to move and play. So I'm going to move to this location and I'm going to play Volton. Volton is going to right away get me 1 power. And then I am going to play this red worker, and that's going to allow me to vanquish on their location, which is 5 power, which I have exactly 5 power. I'm going to vanquish this here. And it does say on Volton, says vanquish, which I just did. If this vanquish removes the location's final corruption, which it just did, you may gain the revealed benefit, which the revealed benefit is that I get to boast, and I do have 5 map tokens, so I am going to boast, and I'm going to place out my star right there. Boom. I believe that's everything I get. Did my boasting. We are done. Okay. Which I moved and I played. Okay. So we're moving their cube forward once. They only have 3 stars. This is requiring 4. So the blue mech is just going to move 1 space. And then the black mech requires 0. And they are going to gain a map token, which they cannot because all of the central locations have been discovered already. So they are simply just going to move 3 spaces. So they're going to go 1. They're going to skip my spot 2, 3. And that is everything for the mech, or the AI. So it is back to me. And I could move and gather, or I could play and gather. What am I needing to get right now? I would love to be able to achieve more of my quests. So maybe I move and gather, and I just move once and I gather. 1, 2. So when I have 2 power, 2 guile. Okay, that is everything for my turn. It was a very boring turn, unfortunately. But we are moving on to the AI, which they now officially have 4 stars. Which, if they have 5 stars, they'd be able to gather the 20. Or they're going to move twice. The blue's going to move twice. 1, 2. Okay, the black is going to sweep. So they're going to sweep all adjacent cards. They're going to place out cows. I want the cow card. Cute. And then if they have 2 stars, they will go to the nearest map token. There are no map tokens. We've already talked about that. So we're going to move 1, 2, 3. Boom. All right. So I need to maybe try to get that token before they do. But how do I do that? Let me play and gather. So I am going to play. If you have no corruption, gain 2 guile. Otherwise, gain 2 power. Okay. So I'm going to play Scythe, and I'm going to place a blue worker on the Scythe, which is allowing me to gain 1 worker of any color. And I think I'm going to gain a purple. I also need to gather, which I haven't done yet, so I gain 2 power. And I also gain from the Scythe 1 guile. Okay. Moving on to the AI, they're going to move 1 spot. If they have 3 stars, which they do, they're going to gain 1 corruption. That is the blue mech. So they are immediately going to gain the corruption where they are. And for the black mech, they're just going to move 3 spaces. So 1, 2, and then they're going to skip me. And 3. That is everything for them. Back to me. What am I closest to? I need to start tucking cards and doing that sort of thing. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need 3 more cards. I need to control 3 more cards. I need to get 3 more corruption. I need 2 more, which I could go to this one, but again, this freaking mech is here. So can't do that. I could just continue trying to get more and more power and guile and then go and get this before the AI does, because that'll be just me being able to place out a star. So maybe I do that. So I'm going to play and move, I guess. I'm going to play and move. I'm going to play this one here. That immediately gets me 1 power. And then I'm going to place out this worker here. This is, if I have no corruption, I'd get 2 guile. I do have corruption, so I'm going to get 2 power. 1, 2. And that is everything for my turn. Moving on to the AI. There again, I'm going to move up their cube. And the blue mech is going to sweep. So they're going to sweep this one. Ooh, the 1. Okay. And then if they have 3 stars, which they do, they're going to go to the nearest map token. They're going to gain that. They're going to flip this over. And they're going to place out 8 corruption. Okay, so we're going to put those out. I feel like I'm not doing well. I don't know what to tell you. I need to go to the locations that allow me to do the tucking, you know? I can't boast yet because I don't have anything to boast about. Maybe I move and gather, but I guess like I'm kind of just waiting right now for the AI to move off of this spot so I can go there and finish that mission, quest. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to gather there, so I'm going to gain 1, 2 guile. And that is everything. I feel like I'm kind of just wasting turns, but whatever. Alright, so the AI is going to move 1 step forward. And the blue mech is going to, if they have 2 stars, they're going to go to another map spot. They're going to get this one. I feel like I'm not very good at this game. I feel like the AI is very difficult. Okay, they are going to place out 5 corruption. Okay, so they have done that. And then if they have 3 stars, which they do... Oh, shoot. I was supposed to take one of their stars. If they have 3 stars, then they're going to gain a... whatever it's called, which they are going to gain 1 from here. A corruption from where they are. And that is it. It is now back to me. They have not moved off of the spot that I wanted to go, which is fine. Do I want to maybe... Ooh, I could gain that. So I could go 1, 2. I could move and gather. I could get that. Yes. So I'm going to move and gather. I'm going to go 1, 2. And I'm going to gather. I'm going to gain an adjacent card. I'm going to gain this one, which is the quest number 1, which the 1 spot is here. So on my next turn, I'm going to be able to move and play, and I'll be able to achieve that one there. Okay. Please do not move your cube forward. Of course. But we're okay still. So they're going to move their cube forward. They're going to have 5 stars now, which I have 1 star. I am not good at this game. Oh no. If they had 6 stars, they would have actually gotten the 20. But thankfully they do not have it. So they're going to move 1, 2, 3. And then the black... Oh, I also need to replenish this spot here first. The black is going to sweep these 3. Goodbye, cows. 1, 2, and 3. If they have 1 star, they're going to get a map token, which again, the central area does not have any map tokens, so it's just going to move 1 space. Back to me. I am going to, like I said, move and play. Shoot. I can't move and play because I don't have my solve card available. So I'm actually going to refresh, and we are going to take back all of our workers. We're going to get back all of our cards, and we will eventually be able to do what I need to do. All right. It is back to the mech. They are not going to move their cube. Thank goodness. If they have 1 star for the blue, they're going to move and get a map token. So they're going to move here. They're going to gain this map token. They are going to get this location or flip this location. All right, so that is everything for the blue. So then now the AI is going to get 2, what happens there? So it's currently standing on a spot that has 1, but I'm wondering if it has to move to a spot that allows it to gain 2. Because they do have 5 stars and it says it gets 2 corruption tokens. So I'm thinking it might move. It says a corruption icon matches a location with at least 1 corruption token. The multipliers after the icon don't matter for targeting. Okay, so it actually just stays on the spot. Even though it says it gains 2, because it's on a spot that has 1, it's just going to take the 1. Because this is the closest spot that has at least 1. So it's going to stay on that location. And that is everything for them. So it is back to me. I can now do 3 actions, which 1 is going to be move, 1 is going to be play, and 1 is going to be gather. So I am going to move, or do I want to gather first? Because I'm going to go to here, and this would allow me to do an adjacent action, which I don't know if I want to do either of these. I don't really need a red. I actually could get another red worker, but I don't really need it. And then this here would allow me to get an adjacent card, which I think I'm going to get this adjacent card. So I'm going to gather first. This is going to be placed over here. And then I'm going to move 1, 2, and then I'm going to play, which I'm going to play Vesna. That's going to get me 1, whatever that is called, Guile. I'm going to play a blue worker here. That's going to allow me to solve number 1, which this requires me to spend 1 of my power. And then this icon here is play 1 card from your hand, gain its core value. You may place a worker. Ooh, okay, cool. I like that a lot. So I'm going to tuck this first. This is going to get me 3 power. 1, 2, 3. We're getting so close, people. And then I get to play 1 of my cards, which I kind of am tempted to play 1 of these 2, because they would get me a Guile. Or I could play 1 of these 2. Where am I? There's no Vanquishing there, so there's no point. Do you know what I just realized? I have 1 star. So all of these 2 cards that I've been playing, I should have been gaining extra. So for Vesna that I just played, I'm actually supposed to gain an additional, because I got the Guile, but if I have 1 star, I also gain a power. So I gain a power for that. Yay, that makes me happy. I think I'm going to play the Scythe. The Scythe will get me a Guile. I am literally 3 Guiles away, guys. I am very, very happy right now. And then I'm going to place out my blue worker, and that's going to gain me 1 worker, which I am just going to gain a red worker. That was crazy. I've gotten 3 of the 4 missions that I need, or quests. And I am 3 Guile away from being able to do the 20. Oh boy. Oh boy. If I move 1, 2, gather those, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm very close. We'll see if I can actually make it there. I'm not sure if I'll be able to, but fingers crossed I can. Because that will be very nice. I haven't gotten any meteorites. There has not been a single meteorite out here. I also should probably tuck some of my item cards, because I don't get the victory points for them unless I tuck them. All right, so I have gathered, I've moved, and I've played. So that is everything for me. The AI is going to go. The blue mech is going to wipe. So they're going to wipe this one here. They are then, if they have 4 stars, which they do, they're going to go, which there is 0, 1, 2, 3. There's no map tokens within 3 spaces, so they're just going to move 2. And that is it for them. And then here we have, if they have 3 stars, which they do, they're going to gain 1 corruption. So they're just going to move 1 and grab this one here. And that is everything for them. So it is now back to me. I am going, oh, you piece of absolute garbagino. He's on the spot that I wanted to go, because this gets me 2 guile. Shoot! What am I supposed to do now? This allows me to vanquish. Maybe I just do some No, I can't vanquish anything. I just need guile. How do I get guile? How do I get guile? I'm going to move and play. So I'm going to move 4. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm on the 8, which the 8 is the spot that I actually have this here. Which this is going to require me to pay. Oh, shoot. No, I can't do that. No. Okay, I guess I will have to move and gather. Move and gather. That's going to allow me to move there. I'm going to sweep, which I think you can sweep any of them that you want to, which I think I'm going to actually get rid of all of them because I would really love to get a meteorite or 2. So there we go. There's a meteorite. There's another meteorite. And an item. Okay. And then that's going to allow me to reset all of my cards and my workers. Because I need them reset. But I am going to stay on this spot because I'm going to achieve my 4th mission, which is going to allow me to place down a second one of my stars, which is good. Okay. That is everything for me. I moved and I played. So then the mech, okay, we're good. It's moving 1 space forward. If it has 5 stars, which it does, the blue mech is going to get 2 corruption tokens, which it has successfully gotten both of those. And then the black mech is going to get a map token, which again, there are none, so it's just going to move 2 spaces. And that is everything for them. Back to me. I am now going to do I think I will play and move. So I'm going to play my Vesna card. She gets me 1 guile and additionally 1 power, but I cannot get it because I have the maximum of 10. And then I am going to put my worker on here. I'm going to solve for this location, which is the 8. I successfully have the 8 here. It is going to require me to spend 2 power, and I will be able to pick up a face-up meteorite card, which is good. This will get tucked, and I have 4, or I'll gain 4 power, but again, I can only gain 2 of them. I think that's everything for me. Or do I have to, I still have to move. So I only played thus far, and then I'm going to move 1, 2. Because I now have the 4 missions, so I'll be able to boast for that on my next turn. Okay, so the AI now has to reshuffle their cards. I should be able to do this. We will see if I can figure it out. On my next turn, I'm definitely going to gather, which is going to allow me to boast. And then I'm also going to play a card. In order for me to vanquish, I am going to have to play this card, which actually will get me 2 guile because I'm going to have 2 stars at that point. Okay, guys, I think I can do it. Let's hope the mech doesn't do it before I do, which I don't think they can. So we are going to flip over their card. They're going to move up one. Oh, okay. So thankfully with this one, it's if they have 6 stars, which they only have 5, they can get the 20. Again, the 20 is out of reach for them anyways. So they cannot do that, so they're going to move 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Oh gosh, that was scary. And then the black mech is going to sweep 1 card. And then if they have 1 star, they're going to get a map token, but there are no map tokens. They're just going to move 1 space. They skip my spot. They're going to go here. All right. I think we actually got this, guys. My only thing is I don't know if I'm going to be able to have enough coins in order to actually win. Okay. So, like I said, I am going to play and gather. Is that what I want to do? Because then on my next turn, I can move and play. No. It's going to be close because I think I'm going to have to refresh. Unless I can get some sort of refresh thing here. Oh no, I don't have to refresh because I have the card that I need to vanquish. I only used my solve card. So I think we're good. I'm going to play and gather here. So I'm going to gather with my boast, or boast with my gather. Because I have 4 missions, or 4 quests completed, I get to place a star out on that one. Alright. And then I'm going to, think I'm going to play this one. Is that what I want to do? That would gain me a worker, but I don't really need any more workers. I'm going to play the Tesla pistol. Oh wait, that would allow me to vanquish, but I don't want to vanquish. I think I might have more than enough, so I think we're good. So I'm going to play actually the scythe. That's going to allow me to gain a worker. I don't really know what worker I need. I'll just gain a yellow since I don't have one. Is that an Easter egg of Jamie's cat? It is. It's both of them. It's Walter and Biddy. Okay, so played the scythe. That actually gets me a guile, which is great. And that's everything. Then on my next turn, I can move and play. If I can avoid them for getting it first. Boom! Okay, whew, we're good. So they're not moving up their cube. If they have 3 stars, they are going to gain 2 corruption tokens. The blue is going to do that, so they are going to gain both of these, which kind of sucks because that's a lot for them. And then the black mech is just going to move 1. All right, so then this turn here, I am moving and playing. I'm going to move here. I'm going to play Volton, which Volton is going to get me 1 power, and then if I have 2 stars, I gain a guile. 1 star, I gain a guile. 2 stars, I gain another guile. So technically I would have gained another guile. But that is it. I am then going to place out a red worker. I did it. I'm so happy. And then I get to vanquish. So I am spending all of this. 10 and 10. I am vanquishing the 20. And because it's the last one there, it automatically allows me to boast. So I get to boast. And I have this. So I get to place out a star on this one here. Yay, we did it! Now I have to figure out a way to get 1 more star out before they get 3 more stars out. That is everything for me. I moved, I played. We did the thing. Back to them. Flip this card. They are not moving their cube. I believe they cannot get to this spot here, so they're just going to move 1. They're going to skip my spot. They're going to move to this spot. And then they do have 5 stars, so the black is going to gain just the 1 off of here. And that's everything for them. Back to me. I need to start tucking cards, which I do have. I have 3 items right now, so I can maybe start to try to tuck more of those items. The icon that I need for that is this icon here. So there's actually quite a few of them uncovered. I guess like I could try to get 3 more cards because I currently have 5 cards that I control. If I get 8 cards, that'd be good. I could also try to just vanquish more. That's another option. I think I'm going to try to tuck more cards. I think that's what I'm going to do. So maybe I move and gather. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to this spot here. I'm going to gather and I'm going to tuck one of my cards, the scythe, whenever you gain a worker, also gain a power. This one here is whenever you vanquish a final corruption. I think I might actually tuck the Tesla pistol, and that's going to go here. And that's just going to give me an ongoing benefit for the rest of the game. That's everything for me. All right, what is the AI going to do? It's going to move its cube. And if it has 5 stars, which it does, it's going to collect... This is the blue. Ugh. The blue is going to collect 2 corruption. The blue has a lot of corruption. This is not good. For every corruption that it has, it's going to get 2 victory points. Oof. Not good. And then the black is going to get map tokens, but it cannot, so it's just going to move twice. 1, 2. Passing over my space. Okay. Now, I am tucking stuff, right? I am tucking stuff. I guess now that I've started tucking stuff, I'm just going to go full on tuck strat. Because I could just get more of those cards. I'm going to play and gather, which I'm going to play first. So I'm going to play Biddy and Walter, and that's going to get me 1 guile, and I'm going to be able to place out a worker, and that's going to gain me 1 power. So I'll place those out there, and then I'm going to gather, which is going to allow me to either... What is that one? It says play 1 card from your hand. Gain its core value. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tuck, which let's do... I am going to tuck Biddy and Walter. I should probably do some more vanquishing. So maybe I get some more stuff and vanquish a few things. Maybe I go here. Get 2 more power. I can vanquish this. We will see. All right. Did I do the thing? I did the thing. Okay. So this is moving. It now has 6 cards, or 6 stars, sorry. If it has 7 stars, it'll gain the 20, which it can't get the 20 anymore because I got it. Haha, sucks for you. So it's just going to move 3. 1, 2, 3. And then black is just going to move 2. 1, 2, because it is gaining another map token, but it cannot. All right, back to me. Do I move and gather? I think I'm going to move and gather. So we're going to go here. We're going to move. Or maybe, do I refresh first? Get all this stuff back. And then on my next turn, no. Because he might move 1 space and block this spot for me. So I'm actually going to move and gather now. So I'm going to go 1, 2. I'm going to gather 2 power. So back to the AI. They are going to move 1 spot. If they have 2 stars, which they do, they're going to discover the last spot. Boom. I do possibly think I'm going to lose this game, but it's okay. Everything's fine. And then black is going to gain 1, which they cannot do. They would have been able to go here, but because I'm in the way, actually they can move. They can go 1, 2, 3. So they pass my spot, they go 1, 2, 3. They are going to gain 1. Ugh, Another 2 victory points for them. All right. Back to me. I'm going to refresh. I'm going to take all of my workers back. All of my cards back, which these are not cards that I get back. These are my tucked cards. And then I have all of these. That's everything for me. Now on my next turn, I'll be able to do all 3 things, which will be great. Okay. Back to the AI. Move 1. They now have 7 stars. Oh yeah, they're definitely winning. Oh my goodness. Where am I getting all my points? I don't know. Oh, actually, it's a good thing that I got 4 quests done. Because if I can get all 4 of my stars out, each of my quests are going to be 10 stars. No, each star is going to be worth 10 points. Okay. We'll see how this works, guys. I will probably lose, but it's fine. If they have 4 stars, they are going to gain 1, which they can do. They're going to move 1 and gain this. Oh, goodness. And then this is just going to move 3. So they're going to move 1, 2, they're going to pass and go 3. All right. Back to me. I get to do all 3 things, which I am going to gather first. So I'm going to gain 1, 2. Do I need to gather? I have 3, so I just need 1 more, which I think I can just play, and that's going to get me enough. Okay, so I'm just going to play first. I'm going to play Volton. That's going to get me 1 guile, the 1 guile that I needed, and then it's going to get me, or power, sorry, and it's going to get me 2 guile. And then I play my red worker. I can vanquish. I'm going to vanquish this here, which immediately I'd be able to tuck a meteorite card, but I don't have any of those. That's kind of a little bit of a waste, but it is okay. So I'm going to get that. I do have to spend all 4 of my power, and that is my play. So now I get to move and gather. I'll move 1, or do I want to move 1, 2 and gather here? That would allow me to get 2 off the top, and then I could pick 1. That sounds fun. I'm gonna move here, and I'm gonna gather. So you pick up 2. Of course, this is what happens. Oh no. This is what I was kind of scared of, is that I would not get an item, which I indeed did not get an item. I will guess I'll just get a meteorite. Alright, so this is the Aetherstone meteorite. This is when I tuck it, I gain 1 coin per meteorite I control. Which is 0. Cool. Should have just got this. Should have did that, but it's fine. Back to the AI. They're gonna move 1 space. If they have a 2, they're gonna gain 1. Boom. And then if they have 2, they're gonna gain 1, which 0, 1, 2, 3, they cannot. So they're just gonna move 1 space. Boom. The game is gonna end very soon, so I'm gonna need to do some stuff here. I'm going to move. I'm gonna move and gather. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to gather, so I'm going to tuck a card, or tuck an item, which I'm going to tuck the scythe. That's going to tuck there. Guys, I feel so stupid. Why did I do that? Why did I do the random one when I could have just got the item that's right there? In the same way that you trigger the end of the game when you place your 4th glory token, the Atoma triggers the end when it places the 8th. That sucks. I don't think I'm going to be able to get my 4th star down. Man. This is going to go... Yeah. So they're going to go here. Their 8th star has been put out. So I think that might be the end. So they're going to... If they have... No, that's taken. So they're just going to move 1, 2. And then The black is just going to sweep these 3 cards. And they're going to put out 3 new cards, which I don't think matters at this point. And it's just going to move 3 spaces. So 1, 2, 3. It's on the spot that I wanted to go anyways. So I do think that that triggers the end of the game, which really sucks. It's okay. I got pretty close. So for scoring, the AI is going to score each glory token. So it is going to score all of the stars. So she did get all of the 8 there. So that's going to be 4 victory points for every star. 4 times 8 is 36. No, 32. So they're going to have 32. They are going to gain 1 victory point per map token that they have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They have 9 of these tokens. So I'm going to give them there are 10 here. Give them a 10 and they give back a 1. They have 9 of those. And then for every one of their corruption tokens, they get 2 victory points. They have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, another 32. So they have a total of 73 points. Sadly, I only got 1 coin throughout the game, which I normally get more than that, so I don't know what was happening there. Glory tokens placed on the glory categories. Each glory token scores based off the quantity of quests you've solved, which I have solved 4 of them. So each of my stars is going to be worth 10 victory points. So I do gain, I have the 20s over here. I gain 30 victory points for my stars, which I could have gotten 10 more if I just was able to tuck 1 more card. I also gain 2 victory points for every one of my corruption things, which this does include the 20 as well. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So I have 10 plus a 2. So I'm just going to put a 3, put that back. I also gain coins for my items, which I have another 10. Because I have 4, 4, and 2. So another 10. Oh goodness, I did not do well. So I have scored a total of 53 and the AI has scored 73. So I lost by 20 victory points. All right, so that was my first play of Expedition solo. Like I said, I have never really been that great at this game. I don't think I've ever won it multiplayer. I don't know why. I think I just like focus on one thing too much, which most of the time my focus is always on the quests because I love doing the quests. So yeah, I feel like I need to play this one more. I feel like the solo version is actually very simple. So it's one that I could definitely see myself getting to the table and being able to play more solo because it is just so easy to play. It takes a little bit to set it up and it does take up a little bit of space, but I do really want to play this one again because I really want to get better at this game and I don't know how. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight and playing Expeditions. Again, a huge thank you to Stonemaier Games for sponsoring the stream. I'm so excited to be working with them this year. You guys will see some more live streams from me, some solo live streams of their games. A little bit later on in the year, in the coming months. Whatever mechanisms come out from month to month, we are going to be playing a few more Stonemaier games. So yeah, I also do think that possibly this video is going to be going up on Jamie's YouTube channel. So hello if you're watching from Jamie's channel. Thank you so much for hanging out and watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And yeah, hopefully this taught you how to not play or Expedition solo. I almost said Scythe. Hopefully this taught you how to not play it. And you learned from my mistakes. Don't go for the 20 so early on. build up your engine first. And yes, that's everything for today's stream. If you're watching this as a video, give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below if you enjoy expeditions. Let me know how you think I would be better at this game, please. Give me tips. But yeah, chat, thank you all so much for hanging out. Victoria, Sean, thank you for hanging out. Brian, Kim, Maya, all the friends in chat, thank you all so much for hanging out. Appreciate you all. And I will see you in another board game video in the future. Bye, guys.